Hello learners, today we'll be starting with a new chapter, lesson self-employment. After you complete your education, you will have to decide whether you want to work under your employer or you want to start your own business. Now, if you want to select to work under your employer, you will have to undertake all the activities that are required for undertaking that job. Now, else if you want to work on your own, if you want to be self-employed, you can start a small business on your own. You can start bakery shop, a saloon, a small restaurant. In other words, we can say that you can start some trading or manufacturing activities in which you employ some money and you get small returns and earn a small amount of profit. This activity can be termed as self-employment. Now, in this chapter, you will learn about the meaning of self-employment, the characteristics of self-employment, importance of self-employment, avenues of self-employment, the characteristics of small business, the types of small business, the importance of small business in India, the factors that contribute to increase in small scale industries in India, and the scope of small business. Now, self-employment. The term self-employment, what do we mean by it? There are many persons who engage themselves in one occupation or some business which they start and manage on their own. And what do they do for it? They take all types of risks. They do it with or maybe without some assistance. They put their best effort in the business and the entire earning of the business goes to them and it is owned and managed by a person. Now, these economic activities are termed as self-employment. It can be tailoring, it can be a shop, anything. Now, the meaning of self-employment. When an individual engages in any economic activity and manages it on his own, it is known as self-employment. Now, coming to the characteristics of self-employment. First, self-employment involves doing something on one's own to earn one's livelihood. It involves ownership and management of activities by a person, although he may take the help of one or two persons to assist him. Thus, self-employment may provide employment to other persons as well. The earning from self-employment is not fixed. It depends on the income one can earn by producing or buying and selling the goods or providing services to others at a price. In self-employment, the owner alone has to take the profit and bear the risk of loss. So, there is a direct link between effort and reward in self-employment. Self-employment requires some amount of capital investment. It may be small or it may be big. Self-employment may be defined as an economic activity which one may perform on his own as a gainful occupation, and this may consist of producing and selling goods, buying and selling goods, or rendering services for a price. Now, how is self-employment important? Now, coming to the importance of self-employment, it is important as it gives the advantage of small business. It has preference over wage employment. It develops the spirit of entrepreneurship. It promotes individualized services. It has the scope for creativity. It also reduces the problem of unemployment. Now, the advantage of small business. Small scale business can easily be started and it requires small amount of capital investment. It has preference over wage employment because in self-employment there is no limit of earnings. The more we work, the more we earn. In self-employment, one can use one's talent for own benefit. The decisions can be taken quickly and conveniently. These factors act as strong motivators for self-employment. It also develops the spirit of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship involves taking risks. When the self-employed person starts becoming innovative and takes steps to expand his business, he becomes an entrepreneur. Self-employment is a launching pad for entrepreneurship. It also promotes individualized services. Self-employment may also take the form of providing individualized services like tailoring, repair work, etc. Such services are helpful in providing better customer satisfaction. These can be easily started and run by individuals. Self-employment also has the scope for creativity. It provides opportunity for development of creativity and skills in art and crafts, leading to preservation of the cultural heritage of India. It also reduces the problem of unemployment. Self-employment provides opportunities for gainful occupation to those who otherwise would have remained unemployed. Thus, it reduces the problem of unemployment. It is a boon to underprivileged in respect of higher education. Everyone may not be able to pursue higher education after secondary or senior secondary examination due to one or the other reasons. So, such persons can start their career as self-employed in occupations that do not require higher education. Now coming to the avenues of self-employment. The major avenues are trading, manufacturing, professionals and individualized services. Now coming to the first one, trading. Trade involves buying and selling of goods and services. With small amount of investment, one can start and run the whole trading unit. One can also take up some agency business or become a stockist. The real estate business can also be an alternative. Manufacturing. Business like manufacturing bricks or producing bakery items or confectionery require small amount of capital and simple equipment. Orchards, dairy, poultry, sericulture, horticulture are some of the major avenues for manufacturing. Professionals. Occupations that require special knowledge and training in a particular field and also provide opportunities for self-employment like lawyers, doctors, chartered accountants, architects and journalists and also teachers fall in this category. Individualized services. Tailoring, motor repairing, hair cutting, fashion designing, interior decoration are some of the important examples of individualized services. These activities are based on personal skills of those people who perform them. Now coming to the next topic, small business. Now what do we mean by small business? Small business is one which is small in size. It requires low capital investment. It employs small number of workers and the volume or value of output is low, may be called as small business. Characteristics of small business. Small business is characterized by the following. A small business is usually owned and managed by one person or maybe a small group of persons. The owners, they take active participation in day-to-day activities of the business. The participation of owners in management helps in taking quick decisions because we don't have to wait for the decision makers. The area of operation of small business is limited. It generally caters to the need of the local people living in that region. The small business units are generally labor intensive and thus they require less capital investment. Small business generally uses local resources for its operation. The small scale manufacturing units are usually located near the source of raw material, labor, etc. The gestation period means the period when we start the business and till the time we start getting the returns on the business is known as, that period is known as a gestation period. So the gestation period for small business is short. The operation of small business is flexible. It can easily change its nature, the area of operation, the process of production as per the change in social, political and economic conditions of the region. Now, there are various types of small business. There are small scale industries, tiny industries, ancillary industrial undertakings, village industries, cottage industries, micro business enterprises, small scale service and business, and trading units. Now, small scale industries are those in which fixed capital investment in plant and machinery does not exceed 1 crore. Tiny industries are those industries in which fixed capital investment in plant and machinery does not exceed 25 lakhs. Ancillary industrial undertakings. When a small scale industry supplies not less than 50% of its production to another industry, it is called as ancillary industrial undertaking. The fixed capital investment limit is of 1 crore. Village industries located in rural area and whose fixed capital investment in plant and machinery does not exceed 50,000 per artist are village industries. Cottage industries are small manufacturing units producing simple products involving some specific art or skill like handicrafts, filigree, etc. They use simple equipments with indigenous technology for production. There is no ceiling of capital of investment. Micro business enterprises. The fixed capital investment in plant and machinery of these enterprises does not exceed rupees 1 lakh. Now coming to trading units. Trading units are usually in form of small retailers found in marketplaces. Small scale service and business enterprises. In these businesses, the investment limit in fixed assets of plant and machinery doesn't exceed 10 lakhs. The main business enterprises included under this category are advertising agency, marketing consultancy, typing center, photocopying center, industrial testing laboratory, etc. Now coming to the importance of small business in India. First of all, small business is found everywhere around the country and the 45% of our total export come from small businesses. Small business accounts for 35% of the gross value of the output in the manufacturing sector. Small business also accounts for 80% of the total industrial employment. Small businesses also play a major role in the economic development of our country. And small business has important place in the economic planning of the country. Now coming to the factors contributing to increase in small scale industries in India. Small scale industries are capable of generating immediate and large scale employment opportunities for the people living in India. The small scale industries require less capital investment. In small scale industries, the cost of production is less due to use of local resources. Small scale industries also help in effective utilization of the untapped resources of the country. Small scale industries promote balanced regional development of the country. They also help in improving the national image. Small scale industries also help in raising the standard of the living of the people, and they also help in improving the exports of our country. Now, what is the scope of small scale business? Where can it be used? Small scale industries can also be used in places where trading is required, which involves buying and selling of goods. It can also be used for those who want to work independently on their own and they don't want to be employed under their employer. Small scale industries can also be used for those products whose demand is limited to that specific area. Small scale industries also act as ancillary undertakings. It can also be used for business process outsourcing or the BPOs. Small scale industries can also be used for the purposes where constant touch of owners is to be maintained with the customers. Small scale industries can also be used for those businesses which require less time and capital to start the business. In this chapter, what have you learned? You have learned about the meaning of self-employment, the characteristics of self-employment, the importance of self-employment, various avenues of self-employment, the characteristics of small business, the types of small business, the importance of small business in India, the factors contributing to increase in small scale industries in India, and the scope of small businesses. Thank you, learners. I hope you have understood the chapter well. Thank you.